Just reading the comments. Oh, there's lots of comments. I'll have my wife read all those in a second. I got to put away the world coins and Switzerland wrapping while before we start. How is everyone doing? Sorry we're a little bit late. We got caught up with some farm chores. We put the ducks outside, and we wanted to wait till it got a little cooler and darker to put the heat lamp out there. So we had a plan to do it right before the live, and then of course it was, oh my gosh, there's 30 minutes before the live. Let's do all the things.
What were we doing all the things?
I was just explaining the duckling lamp situation.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of, I don't know, I was thinking about these world coins. One thing I wanted to say is I didn't like these flips for the longest time because there are these staples. You have to like flatten these staples, right? Because if they're next to each other, these can slide across the coin and scratch them. And with more valuable coins, I mean, today I learned this one, 20 wrappings, worth about 25 cents. But with more valuable ones, that can make a really big difference. So what I learned was I have these, they're like 2.5 by 2.5 flips. They're really flimsy and they're not the right type of plastic that you want to put your coin in. However, these will protect the coin a little further if they're already protected by this flip and plastic. It's not having any contact with this soft plastic. So that will protect the paper. It'll stop it from the staples rusting or the letters smudging, as well as these staples from rubbing against each other. So I really like that idea, and I got a bulk order of like 1,000 of these before I found out that they're the wrong type that you want to put coins in raw. So I have so many of these, I might as well just use them all.
Yeah, everyone was concerned that we were fashionably late and chasing ducks and children.
Yes.
Yes.
I was going to joke that we were trying to catch Mama Duck, but we didn't. We actually put Mama Duck and the adult chickens into an enclosed coop. They've been kind of more free range lately and pooping all over our porch and our wooden stairs that lead up to our house. So we finally caught them all and put them in a standalone coop. And it would be somewhat easy to go get Mama Duck for the live today, but I don't think we're going to. That was requested last week.
I will definitely go find her.
You want to go find a duck?
I mean,
guys, these ducklings like doubled in size.
Honestly, everyone saw them last week. They pretty much quadrupled.
They wouldn't even fit right here. Like, they would not fit on the screen. They're taller than this now.
It sounds like
the ducklings.
The ducklings. From last Saturday to today, dude, they doubled, quadrupled.
Yeah. Oh, also, I want to zoom out and show people my new setup. It's like a new old setup. So, I used to have OG. I only had this ring light. Sorry if it's really bright, but I only had this big ring light. I lost the cable for it, which I guess there we go. So I got this little one. And this is what I was using for up until like a week ago. And now I have both. So if you've seen a difference in my lighting the past couple days, it is thanks to that. Let me know what you think. If you noticed, if you didn't, if you like any differences that you did notice, let me know.
Okay, hold on.
So if you don't know what's going on with these world coins I'm putting in all these flips, I started a new series of shorts
I'm already sweating.
where Sure, go ahead. Where I am going through these bags of world coins that I have and just researching one coin at a time. I go through the whole bag and pull out all of the same design, and I pull it up on Numista and find out what it is that I have, how much of my collection I have in those coins, what they're worth, and kind of go through the process of determining the value of the coin, if it has any numismatic value or if it is silver or anything like that. So what I learned today about these Switzerland Rapin, I have 20, 10, and 5 Rapin. They are still circulating today. They started circulating 1879. And they made some that had some very small amounts of silver, some in brass, and some pure nickel. But the ones that are copper nickel, they still make today in 2026. And that means that these are basically face value or the exchange rate, which these 20 Rapins is about a US quarter, so 25 US cents. And the 10, clearly half that, the 5, half of that. And that is actually what aligned with Numista's evaluation of just average circulating condition of almost every single year. So I'm going through that series. If you haven't seen it, go to my channel and look at the shorts. I have these bags. This is a new bag that I haven't sorted yet. Oh, there's even an American quarter in there. But basically what I do is when these come into the shop, people come in with a whole collection of world coins as well as silver coins and other stuff. The shop will buy the silver, but the shop is not interested in world coins like this. We don't have any customers asking for anything like this. So I will personally offer whoever's bringing it in some dollar amount per pound of this. And that's pretty much what we go based off of. If there's anything that's much, much older, I'll do a quick look and see if there's anything much older. And I am checking almost all the dates to see if they're silver anyway. All the silver is bought by the shop. And then these world coins I buy them for $10 a pound. This little bag was half a pound, so I gave them $5. And that was that. I'm not really sure what the standard rate is, but I imagine since, copper is $6 a pound, and most of these are some mix of copper and maybe nickel or anything like that, then $10 a pound is not too bad. Oh my gosh, you have a duck. Oh gosh.
Okay, hold on. It's a little upset.
This is Mama Duck. Oh gosh.
Oh, it's Big Mad.
She's upset.
Okay, just say hi to everybody. Everyone just wants to say hi. Shmee. Oh man. It's the nails. I can't hold.
Yeah, look at, if y'all didn't know, these ducks
Her
have
heart's racing.
sharp
Actual fingernails.
nails. Oh, and there's a
And
duckling
there's the
coming by.
babies. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay.
And here's the duckling.
I will pet him.
Oh gosh.
Very
Oh gosh.
adventurous.
Here.
Is that the mom?
Yeah.
So here, I found out if we hold them this way,
Yeah.
one, they look super silly because they don't have arms. But two, they calm down a bit. Yeah, this is a 1 week old duck.
Like
Just-
10-ish days. Because
Yeah,
last
just over a
Wednesday,
duck. Yeah, last
Yeah,
win.
so 10 days.
That one's
Yeah.
pineapple.
That one's pineapple?
Where's that pepper?
I don't know.
Daddy, turn it over.
Go regular mode?
Regular mode.
Yeah, regular mode.
We named them all yellow things.
That's pepper, I think.
So we
Yeah,
got
pepper.
banana, pepper, lemon, and pineapple.
And
All right.
looks like he's Luna.
Let's get to medals, y'all.
Okay, well,
I want to hold the baby.
Life updates. Life updates.
well, everyone, we were talking about ducks.
Mommy, I want to bring that back.
All right, I'm gonna put my phone back into. This is the thing I have. It's a little mount on a tripod, and that's what I use. There we go. Okay, so I can't really read comments while I'm videoing. So when my wife gets back, she'll be able to read all your comments and all the things y'all are asking about. I decided that I want to start coming to y'all with a topic, and then we can go into Q&A unless there's already questions flowing. Then we'll go ahead and start with any questions that are already here. We'll see if we can work in the topic that I had planned. If not, it can just be tomorrow's video. And then we're going to have segments. If the kids want to have a segment, they can have a segment. If my wife wants to have a segment, then we can do that as well.
Your new setup is obnoxiously bright. I will say that.
Is it too bright for the live?
For me? Oh.
Or
For
it's
the
too bright
live.
for you to look at?
Yeah, it's too bright. Honestly, it looks good for the live, so you're good.
Okay.
We have a few questions of what is the silver to duck ratio?
Silver to duck ratio. Okay, was that Michael?
Michelangelo is talking about it, and also Chesapeake Bay, Brian, is also
Okay.
talking
So
about
I did a little bit of research.
Yeah.
What I learned is that an adult laying duck, you can typically find them like online for sale
Yeah,
for like $30,
yeah,
like $25 to $30. So what's that? A little more than a quarter ounce of silver.
yeah.
So it's
I
a
mean-
1 to 4 ratio, 4 ducks per ounce of silver.
Okay.
And that's a laying duck, right? So imagine, you get your 1 ounce of silver.
A third.
Okay, 3 ducks to 1 ounce would be a little more accurate.
Yeah.
So a 3 to 1 ratio. So let's say you trade your 1 ounce of silver for, I got an ounce of silver right here, some 1 ounce bars. You get your 1 ounce of silver and you get yourself 3 laying ducks, right? So this laying duck is now these laying ducks, 3 of them, now going to give you 3 duck eggs a day. Ducks lay 1 egg a day. They're larger than chicken eggs. They have a better yolk to white ratio. I say better, but just more yolk to white ratio, meaning they're more rich eggs. They're better for baking. They just give a totally different taste. In texture, really creaminess. So now you have 3 eggs a day for the lifespan of that duck. Usually ducks will lay for about 2 years before declining in production. So imagine you eat a 3-egg omelet. It costs you 1 ounce of silver for a year's worth of 3-egg omelets. So that's pretty awesome.
100%. I mean, we bought chickens. Like, how many chickens did we buy for?
Yeah,
some silver?
we bought I think it was 25 laying hens, and it was 1 ounce of silver,
Yeah.
and I think like 45 cents.
Yeah, and face.
It was a generic round, and the rest was 90%, so it was a quarter and 2 dimes. I have a picture of that trade on my YouTube community page.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't know, YouTube has community pages. You can go to someone's profile and click community page and see they can do posts basically just like Instagram almost.
Yeah.
Or you do pictures. It's like a standalone picture with some font, like text and stuff. I posted that trade when it happened, and unfortunately, a lot of those ducks died since then. So
those are chickens.
a lot of those chickens died since then. So we are going to have to replace those. We're having a pretty big problem with predators. I actually grew up shooting bow and arrow, and the last couple of nights I've been getting pretty much 1 raccoon a night.
Some target practice.
Yeah, so it's fun, but also not fun because I'd rather not have to deal with these raccoons trying to eat my baby animals.
Yeah, no, they annihilated our
Yeah.
entire farm. But
So-
it's okay, that's part of it.
So that's the thing is, let's say it's an ounce of silver for 3 ducks. A duckling, newly hatched duckling, those usually sell for about $5. So $5, let's say that's a dime, right? A silver dime would be 1 duckling. for an entire ounce of silver, that'd be 14 ducklings. So with these 14 ducklings, let's say you get them non-sexed, that's the price that would be $5 a duckling. Um, non-sexed, most likely half of them are going to be male, the other half are going to be female. So once they grow up in 16 weeks after you feed them and everything, that feed cost is going to turn into about 7 one duck dinners, and then the other 7 is 7 eggs every single day. And ducks do eat about a third of a pound of feed. So a like 50-pound bag of feed would be about $25. And at 50 pounds, if they eat a third of a pound, that's 150 days worth per duck, I guess. So 7 ducks, that's about 22 days worth of feed for $25. That 3-egg omelet costs you about $1 after you have the ducks. So that's some farm math right there, I guess, for y'all. When it comes to ducks, there's also chicken math and goat math, and it just scales up from there.
Oh yeah, I forgot
But-
you took Sally, our goat, off the line.
Yeah.
And so she was just out standing by the car.
Nice.
I'm like, Sally, what are you doing? She's like, huh? That was the noise she
She's all,
made.
meh.
Yeah. Oh, she's silly. Farm mathematics. It's
Farm
your
mathematics, yeah. There's actually a channel, I don't know the guy's name, but he does a lot of cattle to gold or pigs to silver. Like, he does a lot of that stuff. Yeah, actually, it's a really cool channel. But I think he don't want to talk bad about his stuff at all. But he's way more into the farm side than the precious metal side, right?
Mm.
So he knows a lot about, I guess, the farming.
Michelangelo's know where it's at.
What?
Pigs eat everything.
Pigs do eat everything.
Everything.
We don't have any pigs yet,
Not yet.
but we'll
We
get some
want pigs.
soon. Yeah.
The thing is, we need infrastructure first.
Yeah, we realized that since we're having such a bad predator problem, we need to build all the infrastructure and then fill it.
Yeah.
Where really we've been like incubating these chicks and buying them and then kind of throwing something together, and it's not really working out.
Literal throwing. Okay. So Coin Crew does this thing at the beginning of questions that seems to help them, and they're old. Just a thought. Oh, what is it? Dread Jim. There was a question from Southern Haven Coin and Bullion. Can you do some videos from the coin shop?
So unfortunately, I am not allowed to show the coin shop. I'm not allowed to name drop the coin shop. I'm not allowed to affiliate in any way to the coin shop. So my coin shop is part of a franchise, and the franchise owner, like the big boss, is somewhat worried that my content doesn't align with his future view of the brand. So, really the issue is he hasn't seen any of my content, is what the problem is. But my boss, the owner of my location that I work at,
Bullion on a budget just showed up.
what's up? The owner of the shop that I'm at loves my content. He loves what I'm doing, totally agrees with everything I'm saying, and is interested in me talking about it. But we just have to run it by Big Boss is kind of the issue. So maybe soon to come, but I guess since I work there,
It's okay. You don't make
It's a
commission.
risk.
It really doesn't matter. Plus,
Yeah.
it's a risk of like saying, "Oh, come to this shop. This is where I work," and then
Right.
you see me, bro. No.
that's the thing is it's already a little too easy for someone to find me personally where I live.
Yeah.
I do live out in the middle of nowhere. I cover my tracks pretty well. My address is a PO box that I share, stuff like that.
We also have our Second Amendment right, and I'm waiting.
Right.
Show up.
But the thing is, if I suddenly was like, "Hey, everyone, come to this shop," it kind of puts more of a target on my back. So I was thinking if there's any, if there is any kind of interview or bringing in of my workspace, what I'm actually more interested in doing is because there's so much content out there of I talked to a shop owner that did whatever, right? What I want is the point of view of the wholesaler. If I could go to wholesale and interview the wholesaler, I feel like that would open a whole new door that is not explored. The wholesaler perspective, I think, is what's missing from content, from just YouTube, from the I guess point of view of the stacker would be they're not seeing the wholesale market. You know, when you go to sell something, what it actually does when it goes to wholesale. When you order something from a shop, how ordering that through a wholesale would affect the price and things. And that's actually a lot of what I wanted to talk about today. That was my topic is wholesale pricing. Is there any more questions, or is everyone wanted
How much
okay with the idea of
longer-
wholesale?
Oh, Southern Haven says, how much longer until the reset, Joseph? Question mark.
Until the reset.
What reset are we
Well, a lot of people are thinking that
talking about? Like the reset?
the currency reset.
Okay.
So there's an idea that I'm just going to explain this to my wife just in case anyone else doesn't know what it is. But there's this idea out there that the US dollar is going to basically collapse and fail.
Yeah.
And when that happens, there's going to be some sort of monetary reset. Either the dollar is going to change its definition, the
This has been a long coming
Right,
situation. It's not just going to happen like that.
Right. So
It's been slowly festering.
I think there's a few options. What stackers mostly want is silver to go back in the currency,
Yeah.
or backed by silver or gold, right? And I understand why, but there's a very specific way that I believe it would have to happen if it did happen. And what I think is a lot more likely is that there's going to be a new dollar. And the new dollar is just going to move decimal points, and that's it. If we look at a lot of other countries,
Is that like
They have-
Venezuela situation, or was it?
so Venezuela was hyperinflation, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how they fixed
my
that,
gosh, good
other than I'm trying to, other than I think they just leaned heavier on the dollar. I don't know. Who knows what Venezuela actually did in 2008 to kind of fix their hyperinflation?
There's a Teletwins episode about that.
There is. But if we look at Mexico in 1992, they moved 3 decimal points. 1,000 pesos became one. It was nueve peso. They actually wrote it on their coins. New pesos.
Yeah.
In 1971, Great Britain went from their pence, shilling, and pound to pence and pound. They went to a decimalized currency. They went to new pence, new pounds. And that kind of a reset is what people are talking about. I think what's most likely to happen is if we move decimal points, the same way a lot of other countries have.
Well, and then Southern Haven just had a good point. Like, when this happens, you'll look at your account and you will have less money in your bank account.
Right, but the cost of everything will change that many numbers as well. Unfortunately, it's not going to be, gas right now in Texas at least is like $3.70 something cents, $3.80, let's say. If we move 2 decimal points, making the gas be, or $3 worth be a new 3 cents, then it'll round up to 4 most likely, right? Things will round up multiple cents, and probably what's going to happen is it's not going to go to 4, it's going to go to 6.
Yeah.
Right? It'll be big jumps like that. And the people are going to manipulate this change in currency to take advantage of that confusion and just charge you prices. I think the only way that something like that, because even look at the new peso, right? They moved 1,000 pesos to 1 peso, and still, and this is the original peso back when silver was in the money, 1 peso was $1. We got 1 peso coins that had the same amount of silver as a $1 silver coin, right? So they were interchangeable. Then their inflation got so bad they had to change 3 decimals. 1,000 pesos turned into 1 peso. Now 20 pesos, 20 of the new pesos is $1. So
Speaking of pesos, Dread Jim had a question about, in your opinion, gold pesos or gold sovereigns?
ooh,
What's better for stacking?
so at my shop,
Did
we
I
sell.
totally get
Yeah, that totally
distracted?
derails me, but that's fine. At my shop, any world gold, this is sovereigns, 20 francs, pre 33 Mexican pesos, no matter what size, it's 3% over spot. And we buy it back at 95%. So there's an 8% spread there. If we look at a 1/10 ounce eagle, we sell it at 12% spot, 12% over spot, and we buy it back at 1% under spot, which is a 13% spread. And the smaller you get, even to the gram size and so on, the percentage spread is even wider. So that means that if you had a locked in rate of this 90% or world gold, where it's an 8% spread, that's a lot more efficient. So to me, if you're going towards world gold, buy the smallest you can if it's a good premium, right? If you know the buyback is going to be good. What you want to do is not compare world gold to world gold of different sizes. You want to compare the sovereign to a quarter ounce of gold. You want to compare I guess the 5 peso to a 1/10 ounce gold.
T of T and of Egypt is in the chat. What's up?
Yeah. Another thing is you want to compare the dos pesos, which contains 1.5 grams of gold, to buying a gram of gold. Or you can compare buying 2 dos pesos to 3 grams of gold, because that's going to be the exact same amount of gold.
Yeah. We're
So-
also talking about in the chat that Costco has good deals too.
Yes, so Costco, the benefit of Costco is that if you have a Costco membership, you get cash back. If you use a Costco credit card to buy it, you get cash back, right?
Cashback and points.
And points and all the benefits,
things, yeah.
right? The other thing is that Costco buys in batches and prices by batches. So if you're in a run up and you go in to Costco, they might have bought their stuff 2 or 3 days ago, and you can still get it at basically the 2 or 3 days ago price. So a lot of the times people are buying in the middle of these run ups, they're buying them for like $20 over spot for an ounce of gold, which is an amazing deal. And then they go and real quick sell it to their coin shop at even 5% below, but they're getting a 3% kickback on their Costco membership. Is it 3% or 5%?
I think it's 3%. Like if you have like the business,
Yeah,
or like the
regular membership.
upper membership.
Oh, the upper
Cashback.
membership, you
Yeah.
get 3% back.
And then on your
of all
credit card,
purchases.
you get like an additional.
Yeah, you get an
3 to
additional
5.
3 to 5%
Yeah.
on your credit card. So at the end of the month, they're already possibly making that money back, and then at the end of each year, you're making the additional money, getting that. Basically, you're profiting from a 1-day flip.
Yeah. Michelangelo just said, he's like, I got an ounce of gold PAMP bar under spot before at Costco. Oh yeah, I believe that.
Absolutely.
I fully believe that.
Yeah, and then that's even
we
before
always
accounting
look at-
for your credit card and possibly kickback from Costco membership and all that, right?
Yeah.
So that's definitely a way people should be looking into buying. They have 10-ounce silver bars and 10-ounce silver bars and 1-ounce gold bars,
Yeah.
both from PAMP.
But it's also like hit and miss. Sometimes they have some, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I just saw a question,
What?
and it was about goldbacks.
yeah.
I saw a question about goldbacks, and the way I'm going to answer this is I'm going to start with the topic that I was going to talk about. And it's basically how the shop prices what we can buy something at and what we sell it at. So what you got to realize is that we treat what we buy something at as one side of the business and what we sell something at as a totally different side of the business. So imagine if the only thing a shop did was buy from the public, right? If all we did was someone brought in, I think this is 10 ounces, someone brought in these 10-ounce bars from us and we weren't able to sell it to the public, the only thing we could do is take it to our wholesaler. We would find out what our wholesaler is able to buy it from us at and then work in whatever profit. For my shop, we aim for 3%, right? So a 1-ounce generic bar, generic just means it's not made by any sovereign mint. Our shop right now is buying these back at $7.50, which means our wholesaler is buying it from us at $4.50 back of spot, right? So we're just trying to make $3 per ounce. But of course, by the time I buy this, and at the end of the day, take it to my wholesale price, the price is going to be different. Wholesale, no, I do not mean the refiner. I do not mean the refiner. This is a middleman wholesaler, and we work with them because they have high liquidity. So the refiner, they would take this from us, and they would not be able to pay us money until they sell it. So,
sometimes that takes them money.
yeah, sometimes it takes a couple weeks. So that wouldn't work. So what I'm getting at here is when we buy something, it's based off of the wholesaler. Then when we sell it, it's a totally different process, right? Well, it's not totally different, but it's just the opposite side. We find out how much will these 10 cost us to replace at the wholesaler, right? So let's say the wholesaler is selling this at $1 over spot, which is what they're doing right now. That means that we're selling it at $4 over spot. So we're selling a generic ounce $4 over spot. And yes, that does create, I think it's an $11.50 spread, right? But what that does is make it so that when someone brings us these 10 ounces, and then another people bring us 10 ounces, another people bring us 10 ounces, we're probably not going to be selling the same amount of volume as what people are selling to us. Oh, and I mean by probably is definitely not. When someone comes in to sell us silver, they're dumping amounts. We're regularly buying multiple monster boxes in one transaction, right? And there's no way we're selling that. When we sell it, it might be 2 ounces. We might get a heavy buyer that buys a tube at one time, right? So all that's how at least just this generic silver works. I'm seeing the question about goldbacks. So goldbacks at our wholesaler are bought from us at spot. So at gold spot, 1,000, one goldback would be $4.58. So we actually buy and hold them. We buy them at spot as well. And we're really hoping someone comes in and buys them, honestly. My boss, I guess, loves the product enough that he's willing to hold them. He thinks that they're low enough cost that since they come in so infrequently, then we're able to hold them. We do sell them at the exchange rate, but that's only because if someone came in and cleaned us out or we wanted to order them, we'd be able to order them from our wholesaler at the exchange rate. So that's what we sell them at. I don't think it makes any sense for us to sell any more than that. So that's what we do. We're basically, in that sense, acting the same way as our wholesaler. For goldbacks, if we really were starting to move a lot of them, we would lose a lot of money. Yes, I'm seeing a lot of stuff about goldbacks are not meant to be stacked. Goldbacks are not meant to be stacked at all. And I'll say this, goldbacks are meant to be a currency. The backbone of a currency is that the face value is more than the melt value. If the face value was the same or lower than the melt value, people would not spend it. Imagine if this was marked $100 and I could go to any store and spend it for $100. Would I rather go to a coin shop and sell this for the silver value, or go to a grocery store and spend it for $100? If this is a currency marked $100, I would much rather get $100 out of it. The face value has to be significantly more than the intrinsic melt value of the piece. And I think that Goldback actually did a very wise thing, making the premium so incredibly heavy. Even though, look at any other Arum note that has an actual measurable amount of gold, the premiums are way higher. So I don't know why everyone disses Goldbacks so badly. But if you were to compare it to any other Arum note or any other 1,000th of an ounce of gold or 1/500th of an ounce of gold, the premiums are ridiculous. So we'll just start with that. But secondly, the fact that there are so many businesses willing to accept it as a currency already makes it so that it's honestly, if you can spend it, you should be buying them. Because imagine if you buy it today at, I think it's like $9 for the exchange rate, and then you go to a store in a month or so and it's $9.05. You're saving that 5 cents, right? It doesn't matter how much you save, you're able to spend it for a little bit more. So it just turns into any other product. Goldbacks are meant to be spent. That's I'm gonna finish that conversation there.
Tom's in the chat. What's up?
Was there any other questions that spawned from that rant?
So Dread Jim said, so the Goldback, where'd it go? The Goldback rate is just BS marketing. A few people got theirs for free, and then Michelangelo was like, bruh, it's made to spin, not stack. Michelangelo says, you're not getting the exchange rates back unless you're spending them. You have to spend them in the state that accepts them with the specific merchant.
That's not true. You can spend any Goldback at any merchant that accepts it.
No matter the state that's
Yeah,
on
I
it.
could spend this half Florida Goldback in Texas.
Okay. Okay, that's really the only things that I saw. You were covering it as it was going.
Okay,
So yeah.
great.
Someone did say that he liked great business model and margin explanation. Thanks. Bruno said that. Oh, he's a member.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, thanks, Bruno.
Let's
so
rant against each other.
that's yeah. I'm not like big pro or against Goldback. As you see, I do have some here. I think they're a tool, just like any of this other stuff is a tool. The premiums on these are a lot lower than the premium on most copper, but a lot of people aren't debating that for some reason. And the same thing goes for any other Arum note, any other hyperfractional gold. Like the premiums just get insane. So I'm not too sure what people are thinking about as far as why everyone hates on Goldback so much. The only con that I can think of with Goldback is that you can't test them. An XRF is tricked by some plastic, and then so all you can see is the presence of some gold, not even that it's pure gold. But I mean, what you'll see is the gold, and then you'll see like rhodium, palladium, platinum, and stuff that's like coming off from the plastic, and that's expected. We also even see that when we're testing graded coins through plastic. So that's just what shows with plastic. Right, okay, I see that you can do it with a blacklight, but not all of them have blacklight. Like, for example, these were from 2020. This was before the blacklight. Yeah. These were before the blacklight situation came out. So that's also something to consider. I think blacklight started happening in 2025 or maybe 24. And even then, it's not difficult to imprint blacklightable ink on. If you're able to make something look this close to the original, adding the blacklight feature is not difficult.
100%. Michelangelo is a hater of copper stacking.
I don't think you should be stacking this stuff. So I was gifted all of these ones. The rest of my copper I bought at spot. I bought 220 ounces at spot price, about 33 cents an ounce. And I am trying to make these quarter pound bars that I can sell for like $1 over spot. So this quarter pound, 4 ounces, would be like $2.50. I'm trying to work on a good bar, I guess. A way to polish it. This is what it looked like originally. Right, I cooled it and then tried. It got real black, and then I put it in some baking powder and salt with some vinegar. Like someone said online, said they would get rid of the black. All I did was make it red, and then all this green is coming out. I tried grinding it, but that didn't look really great either. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to start a copper bullion product that's actually tied to the spot price. So if anyone's interested in that, let me know. I'm thinking this, a quarter pound. The price in copper is priced in pounds. So I believe that a 1 pound, half pound, and a quarter pound is a lot better of a unit than an ounce, which is a 16th of a pound. Of course, these are beautiful coins. I like them as gifts, but people were also saying that for high premium items like 1 gram gold about 5 years ago, when a gram of gold was, I don't know, probably $80 and the premium made it like $115. No one was stacking those. They were buying them as gifts or getting people into precious metals. I think that's also what this could be. This could be a gift type thing, a high premium item that would get someone excited about it. You should not be stacking this stuff. The only place I know to sell it is scrap yards. And while it is considered copper 1, meaning just clean, pure copper, they will only give you spot price for it. So if you do need to dump your copper, expect spot price or worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tom is in the chat. He said the Prospector Gold and Gems has a new copper bar, 1 pounder. It looks nice. You should take a lookie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do like the copper 1 pound size. As long as, if it's a $6 spot price, I would imagine paying maybe $9 or $10. Right? Imagine when silver was $6, how much premium would have been on a 1 ounce copper round? Maybe even $4 to make it a $10. That is a like a 30 or 40% premium. But people are out here spending $30 to $50 or $60, 10 times face or 10 times melt. So I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Imagine paying that much for 1 ounce of silver, right? Imagine paying $300 or $750 for 1 ounce of silver, but
Right.
people are paying that for a pound of copper.
Okay, well, they're all out of stock.
What is?
The Prospector.
Oh, you're
copper
looking.
round,
You're
I'm
looking at it. Well, let's show it. That's 1 ounce. He was saying 1 pound.
Oh. Yeah, these are all out of stock. Like, they're super clean.
Right. I mean, I like what they look like, but
Yeah.
oh, there's silver prospectors. I actually I got this tube. I haven't really showed it much, but these are all prospectors.
Let me see what he said in the comment. Oh, it is a 1 pounder.
Yeah, that's what you
All
read
right,
at least.
Let's look at it. A 1 pound. I found it on eBay.
I do like me some Engelhard. Really vintage silver. I like vintage silver. Unfortunately, there's no extra premium for them
Okay.
on the secondary market. So my
eBay
shop.
eBay has this one.
Oh, I like that. Oh, you're not
I'm
focused.
not focused. You do it. That's pretty cool.
How much is eBay selling? Oh, $21. That's a lot lower of a
But then
premium
shipping is
than I would
outrageous.
expect. Oh, what's shipping?
14.
$14. See, that's a lot lower of a premium than I would expect. but it's still really, really high. For a $6 of melt value, that is high.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah. That's why I think stacking stuff like this is even cheaper, right? You could go just to any hardware store and buy a spool of wire, and it'd be cheaper premium than any of this. Way cheaper premium than this stuff.
Southern Haven says, oh, I don't know those names. Gerard and Germanic copper is where the money's at. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Generic, maybe?
Generic copper?
Germania.
Germania. Oh, Germania Mint.
Germania.
Germania Mint makes a lot of really good products, but they're really high premium. Even when they come into my shop, we just treat them as privately minted generic rounds for silver and gold.
Northern Star Stacker says, I just like the free copper.
Yeah, free copper's great.
Free copper.
Yeah.
Especially you just find in boxes of pennies.
Right. I think pennies is probably the best way to stack because it's negative premium. I got tons of copper pennies that, I still got to go through a bunch of them.
Southern Haven says, you can go get it at Home Depot too.
Oh, free copper at Home Depot too?
I mean, if you want.
I mean, you can walk out with it.
No.
Yeah, don't.
We do not support that at all. 100%. Yeah, Michelangelo said that you're wasting your money if you're getting it from Germania Mint because the premiums are obnoxious.
I agree. The thing is, you have to look at the total spread, right? That's kind of what I was getting at with what my wholesale can buy stuff for me at, right? And how I can buy things. If you look at the total spread and realize that someone's going to treat this like copper, right? They're going to, when they buy it, and if the market ever starts buying copper, then they're going to buy it as if it's copper based on the spot price. The only people that are buying copper right now is scrap yards. And I actually had a customer who wanted to sell me these at the shop. I said, go ahead and go to scrap yards and find out what they're paying for them. And I'll be able to buy them a little less than that because then that's the only place I'm going to be able to sell them, right? And he reported back to me that all the scrap yards in my area would buy these at spot price.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I mean, if my shop was able to buy these from anybody, they would be probably 97% of spot price. So probably like 28 cents per ounce. And imagine most people were buying these for $3 to $5 a piece. That's a ridiculous spread.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Silver Serpent's in the chat. What
is up?
Michelangelo said, people will say silver is silver, but copper stackers never say copper is copper.
Yeah, copper is copper. Copper is just copper, right? And it's so abundant that I don't know if you were ever going to see the premiums mean anything. As soon as these flood the market enough that they start coming into shops regularly and shops are buying them, people are going to be pissed when they find out how much people are going to buy them for. If anyone ever wants to buy these. Wholesalers are already mad at how much space and value, I guess, non-density. What's the opposite of density? Just volume. How much volume per dollar these have, silver, compared to gold. Right? So they're not going to mess with copper. They already don't want to mess with the silver.
Truman says you're paying for the art.
Right.
You're paying for the machines to go.
And the thing is, the only way if you're paying for the art, you're basically paying numismatic value. And if you're paying numismatic value, the only way to regain that numismatic value is to sell it directly to a collector yourself. You're going to have to jump on Whatnot or eBay or Facebook Market and do all the work to sell it yourself.
That's too much work.
That's the only way you're going to get anything better than spot price. And that's if anyone's willing to offer you spot price. My shop just turns it away every time.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of extra work.
Yeah. And so I had someone come in with 220 ounces, and I told him, hey, I'm not going to be able to pay you any premium for these. The best I can do is spot price. And I ended up buying 220 ounces for about $75. So that gives you an idea of what these are really worth.
Was that the people that went and got more pennies? I guess you told that story last week.
I did tell that story. I'm not going to go there again. But no, it was a different people.
Oh, okay.
It was different people.
Different people. North Star Stacker says the Germanium Mint Copper bars look good and have more collectible value.
Right, and that's the thing. The more numismatic value, the more that you're just going to have to do the work to sell it yourself when you need the cash.
Yeah.
When you want to liquidate that investment, you're going to have to do all that work.
You're gonna have to do the
And it's even harder. It's going to get harder and harder for you to return on investment the more premium you spend on it. All these are flipped wrong. I want them looking nice.
Southern Haven says some people collect old Coke cans. Collect what makes you happy.
Right, if
That
you're
is
going to
true.
collect it, that's different than people trying to stack it for a possible investment or a savings account.
Yeah,
People trying to put their money into something for it to maintain its monetary value is very different than collecting something.
Yeah, just like Kenzo. For funsies, he picked up something. A 1 ounce copper. Oh gosh, I don't know how to say that word. Grary, Gierer.
Geiger.
Geiger.
Oh, Geigers are cool. Copper Geiger? Whoa.
Just for funsies, he said, in a capsule. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just like I just came across this like people that are inheriting collections that like your grandma or your great grandma collected of like all the ceramic like bowls. And it's like they were just happy collecting those things. But now there's like
Yeah.
these support groups of, oh, what are you inheriting that literally has no meaning, but it made your relative happy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I remember we collected, like my aunt collected like Department 56 stuff. All the little houses. I mean, there was like the Christmas decorations and stuff.
Yeah.
Bless her heart, it made her happy.
And you can collect what makes you happy, but
Yeah.
I would suggest be ready to sell it before you go. Otherwise, people are just going to either throw it away when you're gone or sell it for way less than it's
Straight
worth.
up. Okay.
And I see that a lot happen in the coin shop where someone's going to come in to the shop with some inherited collection, and I'm telling them, hey, the best I can do is this, the best I can do is this. They don't care. They're just like, yeah, pay me whatever. That's fine.
Okay, we have Barefoot Billy. He has a question. Any
Hey, what's
chance
up?
You could touch on the topic of liquidity of platinum since you work at a local coin shop.
So the liquidity of platinum is very difficult. The most recent, we don't get platinum very often, but the most recent thing is actually we had someone come in and sell 2 ounces of platinum Eagles. They were proof PF70 2017 Eagles.
49 Silver is in the chat. What's
What's up? So, what my wholesaler offered us,
Wait, you said 2 ounces.
2 1 ounce
2 1
graded
ounce.
American proof platinum
Wow.
Eagles.
Holy moly, Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go. We'll pull this up on
Hold on.
JM Bullion.
You want me to go?
Go to JM Bullion.
JM.
So
Bullion.
before I even know what JM Bullion is doing about it,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what my wholesaler bought it for us at. My wholesaler. So I called him as right in front of the customer. Obviously I didn't have it on speaker or anything. They couldn't hear. The customer couldn't hear what my wholesaler is offering, because if we offer 3% of that, then it becomes an issue. But they were able to pay us $70 over spot. So we did 97% of that, our 3% spread. We ended up paying like $10 over spot for these platinum Eagles. So, and that was PF70. Here we go. PF70 on JM Bullion. Is that no, these are 69s. These are 69s.
Scrolly.
Oh, scrolly. Gotta find
So
it.
we're not awkwardly just.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here we go. PF70. All right. So I'm not sure what spot is right now, but I think that's about $400 over spot. And this is NGC or PCGS, right? So $2,328. The spread on that, I mean, I think we paid them $1,930 or something around there. So that's like a $400 spread, which at this price is about 20%, 25%. But if we go here, actually let's look at, we'll base it off of this number because just random year Eagle. Because this is probably what someone's gonna be buying, is not some PF70 or anything like that. 2081. Hey, I mean, shoot, there's a deal right now. 2081. I think that's like $100 over spot, maybe 150. So now we'll go to sell to them. And I know that, so my wholesaler offered me that because on the wholesale level, proof, even PF70 is considered no longer numismatic. It's separated from its box and COA. It's an orphaned ounce of whatever it is. So the wholesaler pays the same amount as a regular, whatever ounce it is. So that's the offer for a regular platinum 1 ounce. So we paid them like $10 over spot when we bought it from them. So let's see.
When you bought it from the wholesale or
when we bought it from the customer.
Oh.
When the person sold it to us.
Dedra,
but that would be the same.
Jim just became a member, I think. Because
yeah?
He's got a little star next to him.
Nice.
Thank you.
So look, JM Bullion is offering under spot for this. And I like I said, I did not check this beforehand. I was being completely transparent with y'all. Our wholesaler is going to buy it from us for 70 over after we account the 3%. It ended up being like $10 over spot. And this is what JM Bullion would offer. It's under spot, I think $50 to $60. Again, I don't know what platinum per ounce is at the moment, but they are buying it under spot, and we were able to buy it over spot. So when you're asking about liquidity, this is the easiest way you can find out. So immediately, this is random condition, random year versus BU American Eagle, right? That's how you can already tell Eagles would do better than anything else. What's platinum?
Bid or the ask?
The bid. My shop always uses bid.
1916.
1916, right? And this is 1846. What would that be? $60. $70 under spot is what JM Bullion is offering for people.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so my shop was able to beat that by $90 or so, which at $1,900 platinum is about 1%. No, 10% almost. $100? No, not quite 10%, but
Dina
5%.
Just came in and was talking to me, so Southern Haven wants to know, how do you get a star next to your name?
That is the memberships. So I do membership videos once a month. I drop a members only video. I really want to start doing members only shorts and members only content. But there is some already really nice monthly members only videos. I started getting members in February. That was once I hit 1,000 subscribers. I was able to get members on my channel. I think there are 8 members now. I did it like the lowest amount possible. There are 3 tiers. Tier 1 is just you get content.
But you even try to do like the lowest value, like a few dollars.
Right, I did a few dollars, and then YouTube was like, "Oh, jack it up like 50% or something," so that whatever the value is that I selected is what I actually get, and YouTube gets like the extra or whatever. But yeah, so that's what that is. Anyway. Yeah, that's the best way to support the channel. I mean, I've even had some people like tip on lives and stuff, and like, yes, I'm happy that you want to support me that much that that's what's going on. But
YouTube content
YouTube
creators don't
takes
get
some
it.
tip and they take a percentage of all that. But I'd prefer if you are going to give me any sort of monetary value that you get something extra out of it. That's why if you do want to support the channel through money, do it through my website, josephsreserves.com. I sell a lot of merchandise and things like these zip up bags that
Someone
I have.
asked for coffee earlier.
Oh yeah, we also
prefer
have our
silver.
coffee.
We have
What?
a P.O. box. You can send us silver.
Yeah, okay. I do have a P.O. box. You can send me anything you like. But at the very least, if you're wanting to send money, just go for a membership. It's cheaper than sending like a $20 tip that some people have, and I greatly appreciate it. But doing the like I don't know $6 or $7 membership, you can just do it one time. Look at all the membership content. There's only a few videos out now, and then just don't re-up, and that I would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
I want you to get something out of supporting my channel, so that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, that's the star by the name. Those are the members.
Daddy, someone said you want gold backs.
No, Tropic was late to the chat, and he was asking, how do you feel about gold back? Hold on, I gotta get up.
Yeah, I don't love nor hate the goldbacks. I think they are a tool, just like any other tool. We had a whole discussion about the goldbacks. I have some. I think they are a currency. They serve the purpose of a currency, such that their melt value is significantly lower than their face value or the exchange rate. And I think that the design of that system works great. I did spend a lot of time talking about goldbacks, so I'm not going to talk any more about them. And since I only have silver kind of laid out here, I'm just going to grab some gold real quick. Okay.
Yeah, it was Sally. Sally, our goat, was in the driveway. And she's like, meh, eating some greens.
Any other questions?
Silver Serpent is going to be sending us some gold poker chips.
Oh, awesome.
No, he's really not.
Oh, okay. hey, Silver Serpent, I saw your toofs. I really like those. Those are so cool.
Oh, he did have a question earlier.
Hold on.
Okay.
Y'all, if you don't know, Silver Serpent has his own channel. Anyone else on here that has their own channel, I'm sorry if I don't shout you out. Go ahead and post on here in the chat that you have your own channel if you do. But Silver Serpent is coming up on his 500 subscriber mark, which is a huge benchmark on YouTube. So y'all, if you want, check out his content. He just recently posted some hand-poured shark teeth, which look absolutely amazing.
Okay.
He didn't make them. I think he ordered them.
Okay, so...
And he also ordered a one-of-one channel round that was a hand pour of his channel logo. And yeah, Silver Serpent's been supporting me in the comment section for quite some time, so I just want to shout him out as much as I can.
100%.
Silver Serpent, you're doing a great job. You deserve all the subscribers that you're getting, and I'm gonna do my best to keep sending people your way. I really like your content, and oh yeah, okay. Here's another one. I'm just seeing 49 Silver. 49's, you're one of my favorite channels. You make some great content.
He's been in the chat for a second. I saw it earlier.
I know, but I can't see when it's coming up. I just feel like now I got to start talking about all the people that I know have channels. But yeah, anyway, what was the question? You said Silver Serpent had a question.
Silver Serpent had a question up a little bit ago, and now I'm going to lose it. Hold on. Oh, thoughts on Frack Gold 10th ounce or grams?
10th ounce or grams? Well, I will. I'll answer that question with laying out a tube here. I actually was working on a 1/10 ounce typeset.
And
so
then we also have a few other questions that are rolling in, but everyone's excited to see 49s in the chat. And
What's up?
Avocado just rolled up. Michael Angelo said 10th ounce is his preferred method and vote.
So when it comes to fractional gold, I think the most efficient option is World Gold, and that's at my shop. Um, and I was talking about that a little bit earlier, where the efficiency comes in when you look at the buy and sell spread. For my shop, we buy these from the public, American Eagles, at 1% under spot, and we sell them at 12% over spot. And I just got off a whole soapbox of how the shop prices things. But any World Gold, regardless of size, we do 3% over spot and we buy it back at 5% under spot.
Look at those little
So
kitties.
they're more efficient. You're going to break even a lot faster. However, they're not as recognizable and not as talked about. But I think these are so, so cool.
Is that chocolate on your finger?
No, this is some nitric acid.
Oh, okay.
I've been trying to play with dissolving stuff. This is some copper in nitric acid. And then the black is silver in nitric acid. I have some here that is yellow, that's gold in nitric acid. Anyway, these are sovereigns. They're about a quarter of an ounce, 2,354 ounces. These are 5 francs or 20 francs. They're about a fifth of an ounce.
Michael
They
Angelo's being naughty.
They are 0.1867 ounces. And there's just a lot of history there. There's a lot of really, really cool history when it comes to some of the world and European gold. But your question was 1/10 ounce. So the thing is, if we're looking at efficiency for gold, a lot of people think that, the 1 ounce is the most efficient. And right now, a shop, at least my shop, sells a 1 ounce American Eagle at 5% over spot, and we buy it back at 3% under. So that's an 8. No, we buy it back at 4% under. It's a 9% spread, compared to the 8% spread on the World Gold. Where'd it go? The World Gold currently has an
Bullion on a
8%
budget says
spread.
Joseph forgot to lick his fingers. Okay, I thought it was chocolate because I made brownies earlier and they were so good. And so I was like, wait, do you still have brownies on your fingers? That was a while ago.
Yeah, my shop is buying American Eagles at 4% under. Yeah.
It's poop. We used to play this game, Poop or Chocolate, when the kids were younger. So, Michelangelo, that's real.
Oh, I saw lots of question marks there. Are you surprised in a good way or a bad way about that price? I'm not sure what other shops are doing. I know in my area, we are outperforming a lot of other shops. I know some shops that are offering 25% back for Gold Eagles.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We asked someone.
That's offensive.
There was someone that worked for a different shop, and they came in to sell us gold
Yeah.
because we asked them what they bought it at, and they said 40%. It was jewelry, gold jewelry. They bought it from the public at 40% of spot and sold it to us at 83% because they don't have a relationship with a wholesaler. Isn't that that's insane?
Okay, bro. One, why aren't you calling around to see like what other people?
Well,
are buying
that's the thing is
jewelry
some
at?
people call around and they get mad at our 83% offer at first. Then they call around everybody else and they come back. They end up coming in anyway. So it has to be that other shops are
40%, bro.
offering so much lower. I don't
Dude,
understand
I would
what shops
flip
are
a
doing.
table.
Yeah. Hold on. Recon. I want to know what other people are saying
I'm
about
sorry.
this.
I was
But-
talking to you.
I know.
Peyton Short says okay. Sorry. This I mostly stack gold and silver, but I've been trying of getting some platinum. Is it really worth stacking? Okay. We'll
Oh
come
man,
back
we were
to
just
that.
talking about platinum
We'll come back
spreads.
to you. Michelangelo says 20 francs are the best spread in my opinion. Bullion on a budget says I went to my local coin shop today to grab some stuff and they did not have one single eagle. Hold on. Just making sure
Yeah.
someone's in the driveway.
We have our driveway motion sensor alarms going off. So especially when we're on lives, we're on pretty high alert. Obviously, people know stuff's out on display in the exact moment. So
Okay.
we're just
Hey,
making
Sally.
sure. Cool. Sally's our goat. She's free roaming tonight. So
Okay.
she might be in the driveway a couple
She
times.
is in the driveway. This is a robbery, bro.
No, I think he was
Oh.
talking about the 40%.
Oh, the 40%? Yeah, that's a robbery too. We're always strapped. And then, Boy on a Budget. Okay, finish that. Michelangelo's like, that's insane. WTF, I couldn't. So I'm out of breath. Imagine getting 40%. I'm still tickled from that,
like that's
bro.
insane.
Grand Theft Avocado says, I second the question about platinum. Please talk to me about buying a 4th ounce platinum coin. Also, why does the Lady Liberty on the platinum coin look like a mad dude?
Well, that's literally just the Statue of Liberty, though.
AKA
On the
Lucifer?
platinum coin.
What?
We're not gonna go there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's like a direct picture of the Statue of Liberty. That's what she looks like.
She?
Okay, so I was comparing. So the thing is with platinum, we don't see it in my shop often enough to really, for me to really know prices off the top of my head. And real quick, to summarize what I was saying earlier, when we're selling something to the public, we go based off of our replacement costs for our wholesaler. When we're selling it, when we're buying it from the public, we base it off of what we can sell it to our wholesaler. So we go just outside of our wholesaler spread, and that's what we have to do. So our wholesaler, basically us working just outside the wholesaler spread, we can always beat JM Bullion. So that's what I'm going to show you right now is JM Bullion prices, which we would most likely be pretty significantly below. Especially with platinum. There's been times where we've calculated the platinum premium and we've just cut the premium in half or like to a quarter and sold it that way. So that's going to be what that is. Platinum Eagle on JM Bullion, $662. I would imagine my shop would probably end up selling this out the door at like $350, because spot price would be no. Spot price would be, I was thinking it was $1,000 platinum. Spot price would be about $500. Oh, I see. Okay, we would probably sell it out the door, maybe $600. Probably $600. Sorry, I just like totally brain farted on the price of platinum for a second. But what is interesting here is you can actually go on JM Bullion. You can go sell to me or sell to us and look up 1/4 ounce platinum and find out what the online spread is. 1/4 ounce platinum. And you just have to bear with me while I'm typing all this.
Type.
Oh.
My phone might die.
Platinum.
Oh,
I'm just
I didn't hear
plugging
my
it
mouth
in.
noise. I was eating brownies.
My wife just made brownies. They're so delicious. Okay, so 1/4 ounce platinum, they're paying you under spot, because I just estimated spot to be about $500. That might be spot.
No, I said it was $19.16 for platinum.
Yeah, so what's a quarter?
Oh, math.
Yeah, that's about 500. That might be spot price, right? So if they're paying you spot price, Silver Serpents want a brownie.
All
We
right,
should.
let me go
We'll
get
mail
it.
him one. We'll mail him one.
Get it.
So, expect a pretty high spread on these things. Really, my shop would be able to beat it. We did this comparison with a 1 ounce because I ended up buying a 1 ounce from Public. I think 2 days ago or yesterday. Not that kind of brownies.
Regular brownies, Michelangelo.
Regular brownies.
I already knew it was him.
She didn't have to look. Get the brownies out of here.
No, they're wanting brownies.
Put them down.
You have to keep them
So for 1 ounce, my shop, the wholesaler was offering my shop, I think it was $70 over spot. And then we were able to offer them, I think it was around $10 to $12 over spot. It was just 3% below what my wholesaler was offering us. We were still able to pay over spot. So depending on how close this is to spot, we would probably be able to sell this for
I don't have any.
a little bit more over spot than that 1 ounce. Or sorry, buy it. We'd probably be able to buy it from wholesale or from the Public a little bit better in this case.
Ooh, Southern Haven invited us to chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh,
and ice cream.
nice. So when you're asking about the liquidity and spread of platinum, it seems like the spread is basically 20%, 25%. In some extreme cases, I've seen some 30%. So when we're also talking about spreads on gold being 8%, 10%, right, of the entire spread, that's a very big difference. It's a very big difference in liquidity. But when it comes to silver, silver is also in 20% in most cases. Right now, our spread for generic ounces, which is the smallest spread, is $11.50. So divide that by $75. Shoot, maybe that's 15%. I don't know. Quick math sucks when we're talking about percentages.
Not listening to that math.
Yeah.
Okay, TFT, Ant of Egypt, says, what is the most important lesson you've learned since beginning stacking?
Since beginning stacking,
Dang.
I would say that
I'd say consistency.
so yes, consistency will always beat time in the market, but
and having
what-
an open line of
hold on.
communication. Oh, that's my
that's
answer.
your answer.
My answer
Consistent-
is
go ahead.
consistency and having an open line of communication between the two of us.
Yeah, go deeper in that.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
mean?
I'm saying of like what your plan is. Of like we share finances. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and you're the only income, and it's a shared income.
Mhm.
And so we have open lines of communication of what's our game plan, what's our goal, what are we doing this week, what are we doing this month, and what are we preparing for.
Yeah. What I want to add to that is
Yeah.
that it takes a lot of trust in me, right?
Yeah,
Because
100%.
I'm the one choosing which one to buy,
Yeah.
right? I try to do my best in buying the most liquid things I can.
Yeah.
I try to do my best in building a structure and building a plan, and it's a lot of bouncing ideas off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you've taken from
yeah,
it.
but it is full trust of like, I fully trust what you're going to get is the best for us and the family, and not second guessing or having doubt of what your choice will be. And then, if I do come to the shop and I'm like, you show me this or that, and I'm like, ooh, let's get that.
Yeah.
Because it's just a fun piece, and you usually get that for the next buy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I say like consistency because in the beginning we weren't really that consistent, and it was more of just like, ugh, what are we doing?
In the beginning, it was all right. I got a paycheck. Let's dump everything we possibly can right in this moment into precious metals.
Yeah.
And then we had to sell everything later to make bills and
Yeah.
make payments and do all that. So it taught us a lot of financial responsibility. It taught us a lot of budgeting and all that stuff. Also, when we started, we were just coming out of homelessness.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would say, as far as what I learned coming out of homelessness and starting stacking and all this, what I would say the biggest lesson I've really learned in is that you can almost make any amount of income work, right? Depending on, you can change your lifestyle. You can change how you're living and the things you're buying. For example, we don't have a TV. We haven't had a TV in 12 years?
Well,
13 years?
10, I think 12.
We've been together 10 years,
Yeah.
but I didn't get one since I moved out of my childhood home when I went to college. So 13 years for me.
Yeah, I'd probably say, with my ex, like they had TVs everywhere.
Okay.
But yeah.
So
I'd
about
say
10
like
years,
12, 10
we haven't had a
years.
TV, which means we're not paying for streaming services.
No.
We're not paying for cable. We just now got Wi-Fi, so we could do this. We, for a long time, didn't have Wi-Fi. There's been times where we didn't have a phone, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's those types of necessities that some people think are necessities are not actually necessities.
We also had one car for a while.
We had one car for a long time,
Yeah.
right? So what I can say about that is you can make any amount of income work for you. That being said, once I started making more money and I started taking a portion of it out for for my metals, we were able to make the rest of that portion work to an extent. It was a bit of a balancing act with when we were homeless. Obviously, we weren't paying rent, stuff like that. So we wanted a specific standard of living that we had to figure out how that would work with this. What amount of money were we actually able to put in? A lot of people know that I open my videos that I store 20% of my income in the form of rare coins and precious metals.
And
We do. It's
do that.
20% every single paycheck.
Yep.
Where I got that from is actually from the Bible. I didn't start doing that. I didn't grow up Christian. We actually found Christ a little bit right around the time we started stacking.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. But
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, the 20% of the income portion comes from the book of Genesis. Joseph from the book of Genesis stacks or stores 20% of the harvest of grains in Egypt and uses that to supply food for the Egyptians during a time of famine. And for me, all of this is my grains of wheat. This
100%.
is grains of precious metals. This is my financial storage for if my family has a financial drought in the near future, right? This is going to be able to provide for them. So I took that biblical principle. It's not even really a biblical principle. It's not something that, like, people say a biblical principle is tithing, giving away 10%, which there's a whole debate on that. Really, if you look into the history stuff, it ends up being like 25%. But anyway, they say that a biblical practice is giving away 10%. It's not, saving 20% is not a biblical practice, but it's part of that biblical story where it really reached out to me, and that's what I went with. And it's worked out very, very well. And as my income grows, I'm still doing 20%, right? Even my YouTube paychecks, 20% of those paychecks are going to precious metals.
Yeah.
So that'll grow with my income, and as my income grows, it just means more metals.
Straight up. We have some questions, but I don't want to keep having to look over to the computer.
Oh, so you're getting it on your phone?
I'm getting it on my phone.
Yeah.
So give me a second. We are live. Let me go over there to the comments. All right. So Grand Theft Avocado says, my biggest lesson was to get out of debt ASAP. Instead of giving the bank part of my paycheck in form of interest, you could use that for more silver and gold. 100%.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Totally agree with you on that. And then Southern Haven says, do you have solar panels?
We are going to be working on solar panels. So right now we have a well, we have a septic, and we have tied-in power. So power is the only thing we're really paying for.
Yeah.
We're planning on getting solar panels. However...
Oh, okay. I will tell you, side note. When we lived in our car and our tent, we actually had a solar panel strapped to our minivan that powered our, battery bank that also powered our, refrigerator ice chest.
Yeah, so we had an electric refrigerator in a tent that was powered by a solar panel. So we're pretty versed with solar panels. Also, I was a nuclear engineer in the military, and part of my education was learning how to build a solar panel. So solar panels are something we ain't
trying to get sniped.
Right, I can't. Okay. We're very familiar with solar panels. We plan on getting some, building some, and doing a whole setup. It's just right now, and this is sometimes a shock to some people. We keep our house at 68 degrees year-round, always, no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
I am sweating always, even right now.
This home is always sweating.
But we keep our house very, very cold. And we don't change it at all when we leave the house.
Nope.
It's always cold. But our electricity bill...
Okay, I actually just got it the other day. I just got a notification about what it was. And, mind you, we just switched companies when we lived in our rental house. I think the most we paid was when it was like during the freeze one year.
Yeah.
And we
ran a heater a lot.
ran a heater a lot, and it was like $200 a month.
Yeah. That's the most we've ever paid.
Yeah.
It's usually around $100.
Okay, well,
what is it this
it's
month?
Not this.
Oh, this month is different?
It's $172 this month.
Okay, $172.
But I'll tell you, each month, $167 the month before, $113 in April, March was $191. I don't know why. Oh, because that was during the freeze time, and we had like 500 heat lamps outside.
Oh, we were
for
heating
the
up animals and goats and stuff.
Yeah, February was $116.
So that gives into perspective the amount of electricity we're actually using is really, really low compared to most, I think, electricity bills. At least most people we talk to.
Yeah.
At least that I talk to. The amount of money that would go into a solar panel unit for our house, we would not break even for like a decade. So that's why we're a little hesitant to go into solar panels at the moment.
Yeah.
Once we upscale our farm.
Silver Serpent says his electricity bill is $50 a month. Okay, let's go. Okay.
See, most of our neighbors are paying like $500 to $600 a month.
Yeah, bro, that's obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I ain't doing that.
Most of our neighbors are doing that, but they're also, because we're in Texas, it's like, well, 85 today already. Not even summertime, it's 85 degrees.
Yeah. And it's moist outside.
But yeah, it's incredibly humid. But a lot of our neighbors turn their air conditioner off or like get to like 80 degrees when they leave their house.
No.
And then when they come back, they turn it back on, and they have to remove all that heat from their house.
No, man.
Ours is running a lot more efficient because it just goes all the time.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a hack. If you change your air conditioner temperature, you're spending a lot more money.
Yeah. Straight up. Let's see. Sorry, I'm scrolling back. Tom says, not about what you make, it's about what you spend. 100%.
Exactly. And that was my biggest point, is that you can make any amount of income work because you can cut back on your spending. Really, the only thing you need is food to sustain you.
Yeah.
And food is not that expensive. It's getting more expensive, obviously. Inflation's affecting everything. But food is not that expensive. Right? If that was your only cost, you'd be like having way extra money all the time.
100%.
Yeah. And I feel like people don't, especially in America, people don't realize how much money they actually make.
Yeah.
Like if you were to take your paycheck, if you make a 2-week paycheck and you multiply that by 26, that's your annual salary, right? But then imagine you're working for 40 years. So multiply your annual salary by 40 years. That's what that company hypothetically is going to pay you across your lifetime. For like if your pay doesn't change right now. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was calculating this a couple years ago, when I was working in oil and gas, it was like $2 million. And it doesn't seem like a lot for a lifetime, but just thinking like it's $2 million,
bro,
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And so many people just throw it out the window.
Yeah. Southern Haven says food and toilet paper. No, actually you can get a bidet and you don't need toilet paper.
Yep. Spray a water bottle.
Spray. Oh, it's.
Okay, maybe TMI, but I just saw a video the other day.
Yeah.
Where someone was talking about going to the bathroom on like in a hike in nature.
Yeah.
They have this like bottle.
Yeah.
Where they like it screws on a lid and then you squeeze it and it like pressure washes.
Tushy has to go bidets.
Okay, but it's a different one.
Okay.
It's an attachment on a water bottle. But what the surprising thing is, she was talking about why she doesn't use leaves to clean up after she washes.
Okay.
She uses the biggest, flattest rock she can find.
Okay.
And I guess like it rubs better. It rubs easier.
Okay.
Which makes sense because some like leaves are like pokey and stuff.
They're pokey and they've got stuff on it and like.
Y'all, we were in a tent for some time.
And we lived in a national forest for some time.
We did live in a national forest for some time. Anyway, y'all don't need toilet paper.
You don't need toilet paper, just saying. Okay, there was a good question. Cindy, she says, any suggestion for new elderly silver stacker on Social Security income? She also said, Jesus is Lord. Amen, sister. Okay. Everyone go to church tomorrow. Grand Theft Avocado said so.
Okay. What I'm going to focus on here is that you said elderly. and you said silver stacker. So, I always talk a lot about both of these acting as, or at least comparing it to a retirement account or a 401k. If you're familiar with 401ks, basically you would put money in every single month while you're working. It would build up to some amount. There would be a person who's controlling the balance of risk to reward as you get closer to retirement. Eventually you retire and you want all of that in a very stable asset so that it doesn't drop too much right as you're trying to retire and live off that money. So in these two, silver is the higher risk to reward. It's a higher volatility, right? Meaning it moves a lot faster. It goes up very quick and it falls very quick. Gold is a lot more stable. And you could just look at the percentage of change over time. Silver has a higher percentage of change, meaning if you put $10,000 in versus $10,000 in, you're going to be paying more in premium. For one, you're going to get less melt value. For two, when you sell it, there's a higher spread, so you're going to get less back. And then for three, the movement in that $10,000 is going to be far more dramatic in the silver. It's going to be more dramatic on the way up and more dramatic on the way down. So what I would suggest is, since you said you're elderly, since you said you're on a fixed income, meaning you're already retired, I would suggest gold, low premium gold as much as you can. But I understand that you might not be able to afford a 10th ounce or a sovereign or anything like that. So what I would suggest is buy the silver that you can, the lowest premium silver. Really, you want the lowest spread silver. So in my shop, lowest spread silver is generic, anything privately minted. And you can ask the shop, what do you sell this for? What do you buy it at? And that's going to get you your spread. If you were to buy it and sell it the same day, you want the least amount of loss. So if you're buying silver, you want the lowest spread product. And then you want to find out when that is going to break even, right? So today, my shop has an $11.50 spread on generic silver. $11.50. I think silver's at 75. Let's just call it 75.50.
Oh.
So that means that $87 is the break even of this if nothing else changes. It is true that if silver goes up quickly, then higher volatility can widen a spread and the buyback might come down a little bit. So keep that in mind. But $86, I think $87 was the break even. So the reason you want the lowest spread and the lowest premium is because if you're investing a high dollar amount, then that means that you're able to get more volume, more silver for your dollar than if you were buying something like an American Eagle or something that's a higher premium. So once you break even, you're going to make $1 per ounce of silver that you own. Every $1 move in silver price. More volume, more silver ounces is going to be your best bet. In addition to that, I would watch the gold to silver ratio, or if your goal is just to have the gold and you want the gold, you could buy 6 of these or 7 of these right now. Let's see, 7 of these right now.
Pajama stacking.
Or once a week, buy an ounce, and after 7 weeks, you will likely have enough to trade for currently a 1/10 ounce gold coin. Oh, that's way over there. I didn't even realize I was playing with stuff way over here. If you were to buy these 7 ounces, you might even get to a point already that you can trade it for this. So
Cindy's commenting some updates.
Yeah.
She's saying so.
Hold on.
Okay.
Before I say any more, Cindy, I have to tell you, I'm not a financial advisor.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you direct financial advice. I'm telling you what I would do if I was in your situation. Part of what I do is already this idea, right? That's where I'm speaking at. I'm not giving you any financial advice. I'm not telling you that this is what you need to do or guaranteeing any profit from doing this.
Yes.
Okay, disclaimer out of the way.
Okay. she's saying that she is going to be lowering her internet bill to help with that. And then also our entire retirement plans were completely depleted due to my husband's cancer and his passing.
Unfortunately,
That's
that is
devastating.
one that's devastating. I'm sorry to hear that. But
Yeah.
that is a story I hear too often.
Yeah.
A lot of people are selling this kind of stuff for that reason. And it's amazing that you're able to go into this for that reason.
Yeah. And even Southern Haven says, I would trade 7 ounces of silver for a 1/10 ounce Libertad.
Yeah, for the 1/10 ounce Libertad, yes.
Yes, that'd be a great deal.
Well, let me see what my shop would do right now for these 7 ounces. Could you got a spot on your phone?
No, because I'm in comment mode. But we have...
Oh, I got a calculator. Where's my calculator?
Doop, 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 doop.
I think it's over there.
Someone had asked about the square gold piece, emerald cup stacker.
This I found at a coin show. I was really looking for 1/10 ounce gold. Let me see if I can zoom in to. There we go.
Said thank you so much.
This is if you have any more questions, or follow up or need more explanation, please. Just go ahead and continue asking questions. We want to fully answer anything
or
that
even email.
You could definitely email anyone. Can email me, josephsreserves@gmail.com. Any questions? I would love to have a more in-depth conversation with you. But again, I am not a financial advisor. So this coin. This is an Australia 1/10 ounce gold. You see it's denominated, so it is a coin. And you see there's Australia and the United States. Some sort of partnership between the Australia and the United States. I don't really know. I'm working on a 1/10 ounce typeset, so it's just another 1/10 ounce gold that is a different type than what I had, so I bought it. That is that coin. But I was going to experiment with...
ask is 17 or 75.40. That was
okay.
Dyslexia.
Ask is 75.40, but my shop just always uses bid, because bid is when they look up Keiko.com, or when we pull it up, bid's the highest number, or the largest number. So we just use that. But okay, 75.40 right now for generic ounces. We're just gonna do these 7. My shop is offering $7.50 under spot, so minus 7.5. And this is exactly what I would do when you walk in, right? I check spot price. This would be the price per ounce, and then we just multiply that by 7. Boom. $475.30 for these 7 ounces. And then what I'm going to do is find out, could someone get me gold bid price?
I got you.
Or we use ask, so gold ask price.
Gold
I think it's
is going to be...
4,500.
Wait, what is it? Bid?
Ask. Ask, yeah.
4,540 and 30 cents.
30 cents. All right. So if we just divide this by 10, that's the spot for 1/10 of an ounce. And for the Libertad, my shop would be selling it at a 12% premium. It'd be $508. So if someone was trading in those 7 ounces, let's subtract it was 475. I think 30.
We're doing geometry over here.
It'd be 7 ounces of generic silver and $33. If someone was selling American Silver Eagles, our shop is buying American Silver Eagles at $5 under spot. So that's another 2.5 ounces per ounce. No, $2.50 per ounce. They sold 7 of those. 2.5 times 7. 5, 10, 15, 17.50. So we just subtract 17.50 from this. They would still owe $15.71. So 7 ounces and a little bit could end up getting you that a Libertad or an American Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how a trade would work in our shop. Is we would just basically buy it the same way that we would buy any of these. And honestly, like if it was that close, I'd probably be able to bring the cost down of the gold, but I'd have to approve it through my boss. In most cases, I have a little bit of wiggle room, especially selling to the public. But in some cases, I don't. Like if gold just shot way down, then I really don't have room. But if gold is up or gold is even the same as when we bought it, then we would have some wiggle room there.
100%. Okay, Southern Haven asked, what kind of camera or phone do you use for your shows?
Oh, it's just my iPhone. iPhone 14? 16?
Yeah,
I have no idea what iPhone we're on or which one I have, but it's
a bigger one.
it's one of the larger from like a year ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the one that I have, like this one,
That's the
like
mini
the
like
mini 12 or 10.
Yeah.
This is like 2 years old.
Or
Maybe,
way
no, it's
way
like
older
3.
than that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was, yeah. Okay, Troy Scott had a question a while ago. He asked, I'm going to be receiving a large sum of money next week. I'm seriously thinking about $30K in pre-33 gold. I already have 70 ounces of gold, mainly in gold bars.
Whoa.
Should I do pre-33 or American Gold Eagles?
I would...
Disclaimer,
I'm not a financial advisor.
Yeah,
not a financial advisor. Start with that. I would... So for me, if you're buying anything, when you're buying, you want an exit plan immediately. For me, my exit plan would clearly be selling it to my shop. I work there every day. I can take it to work, sell it. That's it. Some people's exit plan is to sell it on eBay. eBay takes a large percentage. You got to be very familiar with that exit plan. You got to be well versed in what you're going to get when you sell it. So at my shop, pre-33 is more efficient. Pre-33, I was just talking about it earlier. We buy it at 5% under spot, and we sell it at 3% over spot. So there's an 8% spread. No matter what the size, it could be a 2.5 or a $20. It's going to be the same. American Gold Eagle, if it's an ounce, my shop buys it at 4% under spot, and we sell it at 5% over spot. So that's a 9% spread. It's less efficient. So that means you're either waiting for an 8% gain in gold before you break even, or a 9% gain in gold before you break even. In addition to that, if you're spending $30,000, then you're going to be getting multiple ounces. So it's possible, especially if you go with pre-33, you would be able to get 30,000 would be like 6 ounces plus. With that, you would be able to get somewhere around like $6 $20 gold coins and maybe even another $10 gold coin. With the Eagles, you would definitely end up with less gold in your hand. Since the pre-33 would break even faster and you get more gold, you're going to have a much higher chance of it performing better. Yes, gold performs as gold. However, each product will perform slightly different based on the spread you actually buy and sell it at.
That's also having a relationship with your local coin shop.
Right, that's the other part of it.
What they do.
Right. You want to regularly be going in asking, what are you buying and selling? What stuff are you seeing a lot of? What stuff do you guys need? For example, we've been having a huge demand for Centenarios. We've been able to sell every single Centenario out our window, and like out the shop, without ever having to take any to wholesale. We've been able to come up on our bid quite a lot because we have 4 or 5 people on a call list to buy Centenarios same day, right? So because of that, we're paying spot for Centenarios at the moment. That might change as soon as demand kind of cools down on those. So that's another thing, right? You need to talk to your shop, find out what they buy and sell things at, find out what is their most efficient product, what do they have a high demand on. A lot of shops have a much higher demand on American Gold Eagles. a lot of shops have a really high demand on American Gold buffaloes. So
Yeah,
it entirely depends. It entirely depends on your shop. And that's what I'd urge you to do. Have a very in-depth conversation with your shop. Or if you buy online, you can look up, I was just showing everyone JM Bullion post their ask and bid on most of their products. You can find out what's going to have the highest liquidity and the best spread very quickly, either at your shop or online.
Straight up.
Was there any follow-up questions or clarifications that came in on this topic?
Yeah, like the chat's going a tad crazy because we're talking about Libertads, that they're like Emerald said 2025 Libertads are unattainable gold maples. They carry some serious premiums.
Unfortunately,
Catcomb
my shop
chat.
is selling Libertads, all Libertads, at the same as Eagle price.
Bro.
So for a 10th ounce gold, it's 12% over spot. For a silver, it's $8 over spot. We are having trouble selling them at that price. So we might even have to come down lower than that, which means our bid, what we would buy it at, would be even lower than that. So it entirely depends on your area. I've seen people spend hundreds of dollars on one silver Libertad, but in my shop, I can't get people to pay 10% over. So it depends.
Yeah, Michelangelo's just being silly in the chat. He
Oh.
says, Joseph, show some of your 1 kilo gold bars. And then your
1,000 ounce rhodium bars. I have those in my special safe. I'd have to go on a hike for those. Maybe next time. Come to the next live and I'll show some rhodium bars.
He's just gonna be rage baiting in the chat every time. He's already said it a few times. Hold on, there was a. Let me see where it went. Okay, biscuit dough. Oh, I made these breakfast in a biscuits this morning. Okay, anyway.
Wait, before you get on to his comment.
Yeah.
I'm interested, if any of you guys have experiences at a coin shop, I'm interested in what your prices are at your coin shop. I'm talking a lot about my shop's prices, right? And I'm just interested in comparison, what kind of spreads are you seeing for like Silver Eagles, generic silver, 1/10 ounce gold, stuff like that. I'm interested in what the demand and supply is like in other areas, just as a curiosity. Because I'm curious if you guys are thinking that the prices I'm saying are completely outlandish and don't make any sense, or if they kind of match close to what you're seeing in your area as well.
Okay, while they're doing that.
Yeah.
Biscuit Dough says, how do you feel about Whatnot? Some hate it, but it makes all the difference to me who started stacking at $103 an ounce and makes less than $20 an hour. I have gotten 5 free ounces from Whatnot giveaways.
The giveaways are great. I sold on Whatnot for some time. What I experienced on Whatnot is that it is where people try to sell their higher premium stuff that they can't sell anywhere else for extreme amounts of premium that make no sense. And what ends up happening is a lot of those things are dumped at coin shops for regular bullion price. For example, a 1 gram bar at my shop is, we pay the $4 under spot per ounce for everything that is privately minted. So we take that $4 under spot per ounce. So let's see. It was 75. Oh, it was 75.3. No, 75.3, I think. We're going to minus $4 under. Oh, no, it wasn't $4 under. That's the cost. 75.3. It's $7.50 under per ounce. So that's 67.8 per ounce. We're going to divide it by 31.1035. That's a gram. So we would pay $2.17 for a 1 gram bar is what we would pay you if you bring it to us. Most people are buying them at like $5, $6. So the spread on that is already pretty wild. if all you can afford is $6 or $7, then get a mercury dime. The spread would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatnot was just. It was.
The other thing is people were trying to sell gold backs on there for like $40 a gold back.
Yeah, it was wild.
That's insane. It's where a lot of these copper rounds are being sold to people who have no way of liquidating that money ever again.
And it's like a gambling. And
There's
like
games and attention seeking, and it's
sin and deception.
right. Most likely, the only place you're going to be able to sell anything that you buy off there is if you were to start your own whatnot.
Straight
Someone
up.
say copper backs? Only $5 each.
Copper backs.
I'm waiting for the 1 gram coppers to come out. Someone's gonna start making
What?
1 gram copper. You know, someone's gonna start making 1 gram coppers.
Dude.
Y'all, if you want copper in grams, I've got these 3.1 gram copper rounds. They're 95% copper, but they're 3.1 grams. And they're little rounds. They're like about the size of a 1/10 ounce gold coin.
Okay.
A little bigger. They're great.
They're
great. Oh yeah, they're these. Look.
Oh.
3.1 grams
Oh,
of
what?
copper. I can sell them to you under spot.
Stop. We got boxes. Oh my gosh, that was good. That almost got me.
You're like, what?
I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Okay, Michelangelo said.
Okay, I think platinum backs would be really cool though.
That would be cool.
Platinum backs would be cool.
That would be hilarious.
Platinum backs would honestly make a lot of sense. I think that would be a good product for Goldback to look into.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was.
But
funny.
would you pay double spot for a platinum back? The thing is, a lot of people were paying double spot for a 1 ounce coin for some time. So I think the premium would make a lot more sense on a platinum back.
Bro, that's wild. I was just going scrolling back up. Someone asked where Emerald asked what state we were from. We are from Texas.
We're in Texas.
We're in-
Best country in the world.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, I'm just looking and kind of scrolling. Gold Maple says, I'm not crazy about copper, only 1 ounce copper rounds. I'm interested in where made by the world met and had King Henry is that the 13th? V plus 3? Is it the 13th?
Henry the third? Oh, plus V?
Yeah, V plus 3.
Oh, 8th.
8th on them. Oh.
I actually have... Where's my black box? I have an old 1 ounce copper.
Show the box.
This is here's my little box. Well, I was gonna do a surprise. This is a 1 ounce copper penny. It's the first ever British penny. George the Third. But this is a 2 pence. It's actually 2 ounces of copper.
Holy moly.
1797. 2 ounces of copper. And I paid less for this coin than most people are paying for 2 ounces of these copper, which is just insane.
Yeah.
This is how I choose to stack copper if I'm going to be putting money into it, is like real copper, real like old circulated copper. Here's a 1787 flowing hair. This is not a flowing hair. 1 cent coin. 1780 or 1790. What was it? 1798 is what it was. The date is really, really worn, but you can see.
Really worn too.
Yeah. You can see the date on the last digit. It kind of curves in around the top of that circle, curves inward. You can make sure to make you see that 8 there. Anyway, I have that, and then also this one here. A 2 cent coin. The first coin to ever say, "In God We Trust." 2 cents. Pretty good condition, too.
It is 9:02,
What is past our bedtime?
and not that we've given a hard.
We did not
time
warn the
today.
people
We did
this-
not warn the people today, because we were just having a grand old time. But we should probably do a few, like 10 more minutes.
Okay, yeah,
And
we'll give
then-
it 15 more minutes and go through a few more questions.
Okay. Oh, Gold Maple says the best cheerleaders are the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay. We don't watch sports ball.
Oh, yeah. So, like we said earlier, because there was, I guess, a comment on Texas, right?
Yeah.
We don't have TV. We haven't had TV in like 10 years.
Yeah.
So we don't do much sports ball. We don't do much news. We don't do much.
Oh, we 100% don't do news.
What else is there? TV shows, movies, streaming.
Streaming? No.
None of those screen time
Distractions.
activities.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
We play with ducks.
So sorry to just dismiss your comment, but we don't do any of that.
Biscuit Dough says there's a ton of those novelty coin.
Are we frozen?
I don't
I'm
know.
seeing behind us. We look frozen. Oh no, it zoomed out.
Oh, okay. That's
Never
just because you just have this and like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
hand's not in there.
Well, it was zoomed in a second ago.
Oh,
That's what I was seeing.
Shoot, where was I? But there's a great channel called Picker Dude 2 that buys off the public and sells mainly junk silver, and I can get a great price from there.
Oh, that's on Whatnot.
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about? Whatnot?
Maybe.
So yeah, if you find a good channel, by all means,
100%.
buy from them. It seems like more
you gotta know what
often.
it's worth.
Yeah. If people are going on there uneducated, not knowing what to buy, and listening to the seller, hey, buy this at this price, this is what it's worth. In most cases, if the seller is saying, hey, it's worth this, unless they're saying, guys, this is a dime, it's worth $5, don't pay me any more than that, then just take it with a grain of salt. Also,
Yeah.
look up what they're selling every time.
Every time. Yeah. Barefoot Billy says I shop at Vermilion Enterprises. Generic silver is -3 under, I guess 3 under spot.
Yeah.
And then American Silver Eagles is -1 plus 2.
See, and that's wait. American Silver Eagles is -1 to 2.
$1 slash
Whoa.
plus $2.
Oh, -$1 to add $1. Wow, $2. Okay, so that's the exact example. Vermilion must have a lot of traffic, basically acting as a wholesaler themselves, because for us, I can't even buy an Eagle at my wholesaler for $2 over. I think they're charging us $5 over right now. And then junk silver, I can't buy junk silver under spot for my wholesaler. We get enough of it in that we sell it at spot, but my wholesaler doesn't. So they sell it at spot as well.
Yeah.
So whoever their larger distributor is probably buying it just under spot from them, or selling it just under spot to them. So, and that's the thing is the larger wholesaler that they work with. It's a very large, well-known wholesaler called Dillon Gage. They have their own like ask and bid price that's published, and the reason we use this like middleman wholesalers for liquidity, right? Dillon Gage, they're like 2 weeks out on payment for a lot of the things that we're working with. So if we can go with this middleman wholesaler, we're not making quite as much money. However, we're able to make sure that we can get same day payment every time, right? So we dump with them usually 4 to 5 times a week, and they wire us same day every single time so that we have that money liquid for the next day's purchases. If we were 2 weeks behind, we would probably have to close. We'd be open for 1 day and close for 2 weeks.
I mean, yeah, there was a point in time that almost happened.
There was a day
huge
where
run-up.
there was a day where our wholesaler was not liquid that day. They couldn't pay us that day. They had to pay us the next day at like noon because they were waiting for a payment to drop from Dillon Gage. They were waiting for that 2 weeks out payment. We were open, but we weren't able to buy until noon. Once we were able, once that money dropped, my boss was already at the bank, pulled out as much as they were willing to give him, which was only $30,000, which is insane. The bank limits how much we're able to pull out, and then we had to like wire and ACH every other payment after that. That was at $112 silver. Like the day before it dropped, that happened. So, things like that do happen, and that is the issue with the dollar, right? The speed of the dollar is limited at that point, and it has nothing to do with the metals. We want to buy the metals, but if we don't have the dollar, then it's
you can't.
Yeah.
Okay, Steve-O's in the chat. Welcome. He said he loves your channel.
Oh, thank you.
He says, how many new stackers and I have wanted a lot from, maybe have learned a lot from the show, watching your shows. Awesome. Welcome. Gold Maple, banks don't allow you to withdraw a huge amount of money. It's
They just don't.
every day.
Yeah, so my boss, so we pay in cash, right?
Yeah.
Even we have people come in with multiple monster boxes of Silver Eagles, right? It'd be, I think right now a monster box of Eagles is somewhere around like $36,000, right? Mm-hmm. The $10,000 limit is not when you're selling. Just keep that in mind. The $10,000 limit is when you're buying. So if you're selling something, we can buy more than $10,000 from you. So we'll buy this double, like 1,000 ounces of silver from anyone, and we'll pay them in cash, right? So $70,000 to $70,000+ in one transaction. It happens almost on a daily basis, right? So because of that, we're constantly throwing cash out. My boss is having to go to the bank often. And every single morning he'll walk in with about 50,000, and then immediately he'll go to the next bank, get as much as he can, which is like 30,000. He'll go to the next bank and get like another 30 or 40,000.
The bank sometimes
sometimes the bank is like, no, we can't. We're not giving you anything today, which is absolutely insane.
So just know, banks. Never mind. I can't.
Yeah.
YouTube. Let me go back up.
Right, and just keep in mind, like, we're buying 2 monster boxes of Eagles on almost a daily basis.
Yeah.
But we might sell 2 ounces.
Grand Theft Avocado says, heavy question. Do you think there are some people who get way too obsessive about stacking, like spending everything on metals, like compulsively checking spot prices, going into debt for metals, etc.?
Yes. So look at the Hunts brothers. They were maximizing loans at banks in the 80s. Bank after bank after bank after bank. Hoarding it. Yeah, I think you could say they were obsessive.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. So when I first started stacking, it was, we got our paycheck, paid whatever bills were due that day, and then like everything was into precious metals. We were doing like $1,200 a paycheck when my paycheck was like $1,600, guys.
Yeah.
It was like $1,200 a paycheck into precious metals every 2 weeks. It quickly got to a point where
we're like,
we paused, sold everything, made our payments, still waited like 3 months, and then started buying again.
Yeah.
We had to sit down and make a plan, right? And I think that's what metals forces you to do, right? It forces you that if you actually want to do this, you need a plan. You need to budget. You need to understand what you're doing.
And have open communication with your partner.
Yeah, if you're married.
If you're married or you have a person that you share finances with, you sit down, you have a conversation of, hey, this is the game plan.
I think that in itself is something that is lost in a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
Is open conversations about finances. And I think just in general, regularly communicating about finances is very important. Yeah, I think the kids are jumping around. We've been talking about copper, so I just saw this real quick. This is this is actually an African currency from like the 1700s. I bought this for like $40. I think I compared it to eBay prices and stuff. But yeah, this is super cool piece of copper.
Oh yeah, I just found that.
I forgot I had that. That's awesome. I just like caught the corner of my eye.
Well, I was playing with it.
Oh, that's why you just put it down here. I'll get back. You play with it.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry guys, there's like a lot. Oh, okay. Michelangelo said, Joseph, is it true that the Treasury is making a $250 bill with Donald Trump on it? Okay, I saw that on social media the other day, and that is so AI.
Yeah.
Because on the top of it,
is
said
not
$100 bill.
It's
like,
not true.
Yeah, fake news.
What I do know is that it is against the Constitution to put any living person on currency. However, Donald Trump is getting approved to be put on a 24 karat gold coin that is being produced by the U.S. Mint. The reason
Hold on,
is...
are they foreshadowing because they're trying to put him on there, but like
hey,
constitutional?
maybe. No. So the thing,
This
I got my
smells.
red book somewhere.
Ew, I don't like how that smells.
Where's my red book?
Oh, it's right here.
Oh. But the thing is, it's specific to the 250th anniversary. And the reason I'm pulling out my red book is if we go to commemorative designs, let's see, commemorative half dollars. Where is it? Commemorative half dollars. Here we go. There's one here from 100 years ago. These are the modern ones. From 1926. It was the 150th.
Is going to bed.
Oh, good night. We're probably going to head to bed soon, too. But 100 years ago, in the 150th anniversary, there was a coin made with two faces on it.
Oh.
And the faces were George Washington and the active president.
Was it Harrison? Someone just said Harrison.
I have no idea. And it was a huge controversy since there was all that rules against living people being on coinage. And I'm trying to find it here. And what ended up happening is they overrode the whole situation because it was a special occasion situation that they did. Where is it? So here we go, right here. Boom. The sesquicentennial of American independence.
Mark is in the chat from Australia.
So what's the...
Good night,
so I know that they're using this this example as a reason to get Trump on this coin this year. So that will be the only two examples that a living person has been on coinage or currency in any facet. They could easily just turn it into a metal and then it won't apply. But that's what they're doing. And then the other thing that I know that they're doing is they are recreating this. Let me see if I can get...
says that it can't have a denomination. Like that's
currency. Yeah, it can't be a currency. But the other one was a commemorative half dollar. So that's why they might have a currency. They're also recreating this. Same design, same size, same gold. They're redoing this sesquicentennial of America for 2026, the semi-quincentennial. And they're going to make a clad version that is $2.50 and circulate it.
What?
Yeah. They passed a whole thing. The U.S. Mint is going to make a $2.50 clad coin with this design.
Okay, they can't even give change where they're having to like round up to like the nickel.
Yeah.
How in the heck?
Well, this is why, to bring it all full circle, this is why I think, yes, for circulation, yes. This is why I'm thinking that a decimal move is going to happen soon.
Because
we got rid of the penny. We're going to get rid of the nickel. Everything's going to be rounded to the 10 cent. We could easily move the currency one decimal, and there won't be any more rounding, right? But if we have a $2.50 coin, we can move 2 decimals, and this would be the new quarter.
Damn.
Easy.
Dude, when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to end it there.
I don't know if it's only for 2026. I think the design is only for 2026. They're going to see how well it circulates and then continue from there. That's what I think I heard, cuz I actually listened to like the Congress ruling on it when they were talking to the US Mint, and they use all kinds of language, so it's a little complicated.
Okay, we got church in the morning. And everyone else has got church.
Everyone's got church in the morning.
Or work. So
We're going to call it a night. Let's do
Yeah.
one more question. One more question.
Catcom says no more Rosies or Kennedys.
No, those all changed.
And then Lucky Strike said good night to all. God bless you and your families. Amen.
Good night. Good night.
I think we're just gonna
Last
wrap
question.
it up.
Okay, no more questions, so we'll just
'cause
wrap
is
it up, everyone.
9:18. We love you guys, and we will see you
Good
next
night,
week.
everyone.
Joseph, do your wrap up.
Oh yeah. What is it that I say all the time?
You say it. Just remember.
Oh yeah. Thank y'all so much for watching, but just remember, every ounce adds up. So no matter what, just keep stacking. No, it's no matter how small.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I messed it up. Just remember, every ounce adds up. So no matter how small, just keep stacking. Good night, y'all.
Boom.